Well, told you there would be one more video today. And there is. Obviously what you see before you is an Xbox. I went to one of the local electronics stores today. They had a demonstration disc. Now, I was familiar with Halo as a title. Never played it. Saw something Halo Wars. I thought, okay, why not? I'm trying to broaden my horizons here, right? So I went ahead and took a look. It was a demonstration. I went right into the tutorial. And the tutorial was very helpful and friendly. And I liked it because, to me, the controller on the Xbox, if I zoom in here, it's counterintuitive. Why is that? Well, you got A and B, X and Y, A, B, X, Y. On the Nintendo system, it's exactly the opposite. So, for somebody who's a Nintendo veteran, this is backwards. Thankfully, one of the pluses of the Xbox layout is that the buttons are color-coded, so even if you have trouble reading the letters, as long as you can find the appropriate color, you're set. And in the game, it actually identified the proper colors. So I like that a lot. It took me a few moments to realize that there was actually an L1 and an L2 like there is on the PlayStation. I didn't immediately see that. So, to be honest, I thought one of the controls wasn't working. Let's see. This is the first time that I've ever played a real-time strategy. From what I hear, real-time strategies are really meant for the PC. But it was very interesting to see, basically to be in control of those armies, to be in control of, you know, you're the general, and, you know, the whole success of this war lies on your shoulders. The only thing I had an issue with, besides the controller being counterintuitive, was that I could make out the figures fine, but when they got into shadows, they would blend in, and I had a little bit of a hard time seeing them. I'll bet you anything that was probably the store lighting. Again, this was on a store unit. My friend has an Xbox 360, so I have played a racing game on it. I think the graphics are very nice. The only thing that I have against the Xbox, well, it used to be Microsoft in general, but now that Windows 7 has come out, I'm really, really willing to give Microsoft another chance. They built in a full-screen magnifier. They've won my support. So it's not Microsoft anymore, okay? And again, and you've noticed a lot of videos lately have been about PC gaming. Let me make it very clear. I'm only considering it as another venture. I am not going to abandon my consoles. The one fear that I have about the Xbox 360, above all else, is the red ring of death. Because with my setup here at home, we would have to remove the GameCube in order to get the Xbox in there in the first place. We would have to essentially leave no cables around, no ventilation areas blocked, because from what I've seen, the Xbox requires as much ventilation as it can get, because it's got so much power under the hood. And if it were to get a red ring of death, because my plugs, my outlets, excuse me, are down in behind a cabinet that does not move out, it would not be easy for me to disconnect everything just to get it back to the manufacturer, especially if Microsoft asks that you ship the power supply. So the red ring of death is the really big thing that is barring me from the Xbox 360. Otherwise, I'm hearing the Xbox is ahead of the PlayStation, and it also has a fair amount of more mature titles. It also has Lara Croft Tomb Raider, and right now, for Anniversary, I'm trying to make up my mind on what platform I'd like to have it on. But essentially, overall, 8 out of 10. Now, I was going to check for multiple platforms, but I did some thinking. Halo, as in a title in general, seems to have been always exclusive to the PC. I wouldn't be at all surprised if that's true for the Xbox. So yeah, 8 out of 10 for Halo Wars, and my first true Xbox experience. I thought it was nice. The only thing that I had an issue with, I would say, well, besides the controller and besides the controller counterintuitiveness, the only other issue I had was I felt that the control stick was a little bit sensitive, particularly this one here. It controls your camera. I felt that was a little bit too sensitive. It was too easy to jerk the camera around. Yeah, you could keep your thumb off the stick, but the second you get your thumb on the stick, the slightest movement would cause issues. But yeah, that was my experience with Halo Wars, and my first true Xbox 360 experience outside of the only game that I truly remember playing on Xbox besides that one racing title was Rock Band. So outside of Rock Band and that one racing title, this is one of my few Xbox experiences, and were it not for the Red Ring of Death, I would definitely consider it as a possibility to expand my horizon and get into the more mature titles. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for watching. Comments and questions are welcome. Insults against me will get you blocked. And have a nice day.